truly ascended and have found the best setup to perform supination for the biceps. And yes, I'm using 2 cables and the bench.
Show me your biceps. Show me your biceps immediately.
Some of the second guy on this one, I'll be honest, this ain't gonna do anything for your biceps. Like, I get that biceps kind of secondary function is supination, and they're not just responsible for elbow flexion, but this is really not where you need to put your effort towards. But does this mean the first vid's useless? Not exactly. I think there's something we can take from it at least. So I don't think supination is gonna do anything productive as far as bicep growth goes, but I don't think that makes it a useless movement. Although biceps do have a secondary function of performing supination, we also have specific muscles dedicated to that movement. We also have muscles dedicated to pronation. So I'm kind of going to address both of those right now, because I think there's a little bit of value in training those, especially if you're dealing with elbow pain, or if you know that elbow pain is a common thing in your sport and you want to make sure that you're not one of the people that have to deal with it. This could be your throwers, volleyball players, or whoever else is dealing with it out there. Even with that being said, I don't think this is the best setup to actually train this function at all. Because if you kind of see where he's trying to stabilize his arm, he puts another cuff on his wrist, but his elbow's kind of flying all over the place. I don't got the video playing in the background now, but you guys can check it out at the beginning of the vid. His elbow's like all over the place. So I don't see a reason why you wouldn't want to just have this elbow supported between you and a bench, or you and something else. I'm going to show you guys a couple setups that you can try for this. So we have something like this. So I don't know if you can see too clearly, but I have that little towel over my arm, and that's just under a seatbelt so it doesn't irritate my arm. But that seatbelt is anchoring my elbow completely into place. So as I'm performing supination, there's really nothing else moving other than this. I don't have my elbow swaying in and out of my body. There's also 2 other setups I can think of. So imagining this is my bench, I can always just sit beside it here. I can have my arm braced above. I can have the cable pulling me upwards here, and I can perform supinations this way. Or instead of bracing against the bench, I can also have this under my arm between me and the seat, and I can also perform supinations that way. And again, nothing else is moving. My elbow is completely locked in place in both of these variations. So here's my pronation setup, and as this is playing in the background, I'm going to just tell you guys why we would want to train this if we're dealing with elbow pain. And that's because I have my pronator teres and my supinator muscle that basically just run around my elbow joint. So they're the things that are preventing my elbow joint from pretty much flinging out of place. So if we're dealing with a lack of stability around our elbow joint, there might be some value in training these muscles.